What's going on, everybody? This is the Reverend KFidds from the Tainted Glove Network, and we're back again to take a look at this past week's big theatrical release, The Menu, a dark comedy focusing on the world of five-star dining, starring Ray Fiennes, Anna Taylor-Joy, Nick Holt, Hong Chow, and John Leguizamo. Taylor-Joy stars as Margot, a last-minute date for rich foodie Tyler, played by Holt, who's secured a seat at an exclusive restaurant on a private island headed by the renowned chef Slowick, played by Fiennes. Margot doesn't care about the kind of food Chef Slowick serves, but Tyler is obsessed with Slowick's work, and his desire to garner his attention and interest leads to strange tension between them that suggests secrets are hiding behind the door, waiting to be revealed. Of course, they aren't the only diners with secrets. The other members of the party include a smug food critic and her sycophantic editor, a big-egoed minor movie star and his assistant, a trio of loud Red Bull tech bros who start the night off boasting about fraudulently expensing the dinner, and an older couple who think they might recognize Margot. Then, of course, there's Chef Slowick and his kitchen team who have planned a dangerous menu for the evening, designed to bring all the dinner party's darkest secrets to light. Fiennes' performance as Chef Slowick gives us a scarred and emotionally traumatized intensity I've not seen from him since his performance as Francis Dollarhide in Red Dragon. The seriousness in which he holds his craft as an art form, and his desire to break down the system that has turned his art into a minor Yelp review, you can really feel his disgust. His pairing with Taylor-Joy, to pull from a culinary term, is as perfect as a nice Cabernet served with a quality cut of filet mignon. The two of them banter back and forth, and when they collide, it makes for some excellent conflict. These two by far steal the show and would be perfectly billed as the main course, if you will. Taylor-Joy is gorgeous and powerful, no nonsense yet likable from the start, as she's immediately chastised for smoking a cigarette, thus spoiling her palate for the special dinner. We get her. She's one of us, if us is a normal person who doesn't spend thousands of dollars on a single dining experience. The rest of the ensemble cast bring us the snooty, self-important food critic, the foodie who can't resist the urge to photograph their food, Wall Street Red Bull bros, wealthy oligarchs, egotistical movie stars, all held in check by the iron hand of maitre d' Elsa, played by Chow with such an enjoyable yet cold demeanor. The absolute disdain for critics and foodies alike, this film is bound to rattle the cages of the most egotistical food critics who believe themselves to be of a higher order thanks to their elevated palate. It also throws some plenty of hand grenades at the foodie culture itself, which permeates Instagram, TikTok, and the rest of social media. As someone who deals with and subsequently spends plenty of time with food critics here in Vegas, some of these characters are dead on with their performances. We all know that curmudgeonly bow-tied food critic who believes themselves to be better than everyone else, ranting about the tire worn of restaurant guests while extolling the virtue of their own greatness, as if we should be honored to even be exposed to their culinary expertise despite their own lack of skills in the kitchen. This is most definitely a dark comedy with deep thematic undertones. There's no cannibalism or anything like that. This isn't a Blumhouse film. It's a psychological thriller packaged in dark comedy form, and it works for that reason. This could easily be The French Laundry or Noma in Denmark. The food itself is beautifully shot, which means it's best you eat before the film or you'll be craving oysters, scissor-stabbed chicken thigh, and such. I laughed out loud quite a bit, yet I was still glued to my seat as I waited with bated breath how each course of this torturous menu would play out. It's not the best film I've seen in 2022, but it's certainly one of the more creative releases of the year. Certainly, I recommend it if you're a foodie, a food critic, or just someone who likes to watch bad people get their comeuppance. The film is rated R for violence and language, but is relatively tame when it all comes down to it. And that'll do it for our look at The Menu. Join us again next week as we take a special look at a film I've been waiting for all year, the much-anticipated Steven Spielberg autobiographical release, The Fabelmans. Literally, a Steven Spielberg love story about how he fell in love with film. I mean, it can't get much better than that. Until then, please have a great week. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on Twitter at Tainted Glove. You can also follow me on Twitter at KFidds, as well as give our sibling show, Yumper and Svo, at the show a follow at Yumper and Svo, SVO. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll definitely see you next time. But until then, have a happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. Take care now.